Hey there, John with the Blues Guitar Institute here, and in this lesson we're going to take a look at this super fast pentatonic lick. We're going to try to break it down so it doesn't seem so unattainable, because it used to drive me crazy, and it still does when you see a player just kind of hang out in the pocket, do something at a normal pace, and then just do this insanely fast burst. It's really cool. It really grabs the ear, and as a guitarist, I'm drawn to that when I see somebody else do it. So we're going to help you do that by getting this lick under your fingers. Remember to start slow with this thing and gradually work up to a faster tempo, and you'll get there. But let's take a look at the sequence of notes. We're working in the A minor pentatonic scale, and descending we've got this from the 8th fret to the 5th fret, 8-5 again, 7-5, and then 7. So we're working right out of here. So the first little bit is a pull off from this 8th fret to the 5th fret and then the open. So that's a double pull off move on this first string. And then we're going to put our finger down, and I'm using my middle finger here. It's kind of a stretch, but it's what's comfortable for me in this particular position. So I'm going to do the pull off on the first string and then hit the 8th fret on the 2nd string and then back to the 5th fret. And then I'm going to do that same 8-5 open pull off move, but this time on the 2nd string. So we're kind of working our way down in the scale tones here. And then once you do that, kind of to continue the pattern, you're going to play it down on the 3rd string, 7th fret. And let's think of that. Up to this point, it's really the first half of this. Let's think of that as the first component of this lick. Alright, so play it through, get really used to the fingering that you're going to use, and get really used to the sequence of pitches here. No need to add the speed yet, that's going to come later, but really just focus on playing this and getting good, clean pull-offs. This is one that's going to help you not only with your speed, but with your pull-off technique as well. So when you play it through slowly, it sounds kind of attainable, and that's what we're going through. We want to be able to play this perfectly at a slow tempo first. From that point, we'll enter into the back half of this lick. What we're going to do is continue this sort of pull-off deal by pulling off on the 8th fret, 5th fret, and then open on the 2nd string again. So this is what kind of opens up the second half of this lick. Then back to the 7th fret on the 3rd string, back to the 5th fret on the 2nd string. So we've got. Then we're going to pull off from 7 to 5 to 0 to the open string on the 3rd string. So we've got. And then finally down on the A note to kind of bring us back into the A world on the 7th fret of the 4th string. So here's what the second half sounds like. All right, and again. And I'm going to put these two pieces together at that slow tempo. And with this, again, we keep saying the trick is the speed, so you'll want to gradually move up in tempo. Maybe shoot for something in there as sort of that mid-step, especially if you're having trouble, get down that slow speed where you're just playing the straight notes. shoot for something a little quicker, like this. Make sure that you get good, clean notes, especially under those pull-offs. And then increase, and let's see if we can get somewhere like this. So the next thing that we want to do is put this in context and actually play with a little rhythm part so that we can kind of get an idea of how to use this lick. Like I said, it's super cool to hear some nice and easy laid back groove and then all of a sudden this blistering lick kind of out of nowhere. It's not something you want to do often or for an entire song, but you definitely want to know how to whip out the speed when you need to. So that's what we want to focus on. Let's get a little groove going. We're going to reach back to Tuesday Blues number 2 and pick up a piece of the chordy lick just to get this little A7 groove going. And then we're going to throw in the lick. Here we go. Absolutely throw in the lick at a slower tempo. You're going to just stretch it out maybe over a couple of bars instead of one, but it might sound something like this as you're working toward a fast tempo. That's it for this week's Tuesday Blues. Thanks for checking this out. I hope that you really enjoy it. I hope it's a fun lick for you, and I hope it's challenging. This is definitely one that'll get your fingers twisted up on the fretboard. So be sure to start slow and progress through the tempos. And definitely, if you're trying to tackle something this fast, definitely warm up. If you come in and you pick up the guitar and you haven't touched it in a day or a couple of days and you try to attempt this lick, you might nail it. You might nail it a few times, but your longevity is going to be severely impaired and your dexterity is going to start to collapse on you if you don't warm up. I experienced this myself. Sometimes I come in, I just can't wait to play and I don't warm up like I should, and I feel it and I pay for it. So I'm passing that on to you. Definitely warm up. If you're not already a free member of BGI, I recommend that you do that. You can download the tabs for the first 100 Tuesday Blues. But everything after that is for premium members. Now the premium members are going to get access to a PDF tab download for this lesson and a Guitar Pro 6 file. And I really recommend grabbing that Guitar Pro 6 and grabbing that software because you can slow down and change the tempo and sort of automate a lot of this stuff that we're talking about as far as progressing through the tempos. It's a great practice tool. I highly recommend it, and you can grab that file for this lesson with your premium membership at Blues Guitar Institute. Just check out bluesguitarinstitute.com/premium member and you can learn more about becoming a premium member of BGI. I hope to see you inside the Blues Guitar Institute, and I hope that with practice you absolutely nail this lick. So work hard and play on, and I'll see you next week.